Hi.
How are you?
I'm a disaster, and I don't know. Am I going to create an echo now?
No, I don't hear an echo. I think you're good.
Okay, good. Because I'm just like on my laptop because at the very last second, my computer was like, no internet.
Oh, I know. We were messaging right before the show. I'm like, okay, I'll just start this solo if we have to. And I was like, please. And then like right as we were doing it, I saw Deedee pop up. I'm like, oh, thank you.
And hopefully my battery's good because I'm like, where am I going to plug this in?
Oh, no. Okay, well, then we will just wing it if we need to. But how have you been so far since our last show? Anything new?
Good. Let's see, 2 weeks. Oh my God, I don't even know.
2 weeks sometimes can be a lot of time.
It is, yeah. I feel like I've posted stuff online, whatever I've been doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, I know I've done stuff and right now I can't, I throw that question at you and then I'm like, oh, okay, like if I would have to answer that, I'm like, oh, I don't even think I can answer that. So sorry.
I love the purple, by the way. It looks really good.
So I decided that I wanted to try some different colors, right? We had this beautiful color picked out and then it ended up, my hair took it differently than we intended for it to. It got a little bit darker than I was expecting. Yeah. I love the color. I just cannot get used to it on myself. So yeah, I don't know how long lived the purple is going to be, but thank you.
That's why you should go with temporary or semi-permanent.
Yeah. I was just like, well, at least now I can say I've done it, right? So
yeah, it's like something you got to get out of your system.
Yeah. But hey, some of you may have noticed right after our intro, we have these beautiful testimonials, that's the word, right? Of people who have used Deedee's dream interpretation services. And Deedee, you actually have something new to offer as well. Do you want to tell, before we say hi to everyone, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I started, you can also have dream coaching. So instead of me just interpreting the dream for you, we'll meet up either through video, audio, or it could be just through direct messaging, whatever you want to do. And you're going to bring a dream to me and I'm going to walk you through interpreting it for yourself, because I feel like the best teaching tool is to be with somebody and have them do the work, but you guide them through the steps. And then that's the best way I feel like you can learn something. So you'll still get your dream interpreted, but you'll be doing it yourself. And that's kind of cool. So I thought of that like a couple of weeks ago and I'm like, that's something that I really want to offer to people because everyone can do it, you know?
Oh my gosh. And I feel like sometimes I know like some people, for me personally, like I'm very hands-on. So if I can do something along with somebody, it'll sink in. I'll take it in a lot more than just like reading or listening. So this is a really great option for those people who are more like the hands-on or like want a little bit more in depth, right? Because you'll be doing it yourself right along with you.
So, right, exactly.
And can they can get that service through your website, just like you can with the dream interpretations?
Yeah, you can go to my website and order it that way, or you can just send me an email at info@thedreamsinterpreter.com and then start it that way too.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect. So everybody on the side here who has amazing dreams and that they want a little bit help interpreting it. Wow. Okay. Words are hard today for me.
That's right. Interpreting.
Please go check out Deedee's website and have her guide you through some dream interpretations. I love this.
Yeah.
Looks like we have some people starting to file in here. I always love seeing everyone pop in on the side.
Me too.
Should we say some hellos before we dive into the amazingness that is?
I won't be able to help with the controls because I'm just on my laptop.
Okay, I got you. So we have Stacy Talish. Hi, Stacy.
Hi.
We have Mark Brown. What's up, Mark? Hope everything's going good. Big Daddy Andy. Hello, hello. Let's see. Kaylee. I was with Kaylee this weekend. Hi, Kaylee. Jenny Davis. I saw her this weekend as well.
Yeah. I've been enjoying everybody's photos.
It was such fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go today. I ended up having massive migraine this morning and just couldn't make it. But yesterday was so amazing to see so many people coming together and being excited about, the paranormal, and they had like horror movie stuff and just like a little bit of everything. It's kind of like around paranormal, right? And Penhurst is just a fun location to walk through, regardless, So yeah, it was quite a weekend. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi,
Kim. Oh, we even have my tarot cards fly across the table. Hold on. We also have D Hoots in the house. Hi, D Hoot.
Hi, D Hoot. Oh, D Hoot, if you just email me, I'll tell you where you're supposed to go. I guess you had a problem navigating my link tree because I have so many things in my link tree. Like, I know where everything is, but that's not good for everybody else.
Says Jen Richardson.
Hi.
Oh, well, thank you for filling in for Courtney today. And hello, Jen.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, Damien. Hi, Damien Smith. I jumped somebody. I'm sorry, Beth. I jumped over you. Hi, Beth. Hi. Let's see. Is that everybody so far? I think it is.
I think so.
Well, everybody. Oh, wait. Sensing shadows. Hey, wait. Is Big Daddy Andy, isn't that? No. Yes. Yes. Hello. I don't know if that's little baby Andy or Big Daddy Andy, but hello.
Hi.
So we have a fun experiment set up for this coming, well, from tonight, right? They could, I mean, why? Hi, hello. The experiment itself won't officially take place until May 25th, but if anyone wants to try to tap in before then, I don't think that there's anything that we can say that, no, you can't do that, right?
Right, because I have a couple of ideas, like especially with dreaming, like people who struggle with dreaming every night. I've got 3 ways just through dreaming that you could try to find out the contents of this box. And then you also have a bunch of like paranormal investigation.
Yes.
Ways. So there's like there's a whole buffet of ways that, so everyone should be able to. So basically, we cooked up this idea. I curated a box, and even Dani has no idea. Myself and my husband are the only people who know what's in that box.
So this is crazy because I got it and I was so excited. And I'm like, I just want to open it. I want to know what's in here. And I'm like, no, don't.
And you can't. I mean, talking about exercising patience, right?
Oh my gosh. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me just wrap it in some paper, right? So then that way it's a little bit more mysterious that way too. Plus, like, our addresses and stuff were on the box, and I didn't want
and that way you won't be able to. And I was like, I hope Rob doesn't like sneak in there when you're at work and like,
I told him, I'm like, listen, Deedee sent me a package. This is for an experiment, and I was like, if you want to try to tap in, then I don't know. I talked to him since I said that, so I don't know if he's tried or not, but I'm excited. Like I am going to be sitting down and like actually like trying to zone in with some tarot cards. I'm going to try to do some tarot card readings and with some psychometry, but I haven't like sat down in the quiet and done that yet. But when I picked it up from the mailbox, I think I messaged you this, and I don't know, this could have been because it was a crazy day, right? So sometimes when a day is really crazy, you get random and it's nothing. Yeah. But I did get like this picture of like the cat eye sunglasses, and they were blue. So I'm like, I don't know if there's like something that's shaped like a cat eye or blue. And I'm like dying to find out if anything has anything to do with that. And you're not going to tell me, are you?
No, I'm totally not going to tell you. Well, the thing is also is that the way I curated the box, I wanted to make sure that it's very specific. It's very collective, yet it's not, I packaged and repackaged it with different things. So that if anybody's trying to do oh my God, what's the reading that Stacy does?
Remote viewing?
Remote viewing. I did that just for Stacy, so I did it twice. I have to try to figure out which one it is. And then as far as dreaming goes, I thought it would be fun that if they just want to set a dream intention, that they're going to come talk to me in the dream plane, okay, and just ask me what's in the box, okay? And that gives me an opportunity that if I have any dreams where people are asking me what's in the box, I mean, it could be power of suggestion, but if I can match up with anybody else, that would be interesting, so it's kind of a secondary experiment for me. So I'm hoping that people will set an intention to try to talk to me in the dream and see if I tell them what's in the box. Or they could try to do a precognitive dream where they go to the future when we're unboxing it and have a dream about you unboxing it and us discussing it. So there's kind of 2 ways that they can dream about it, right? The other way would be with the spirits in the haunted location is if they can ask the spirits through the dreams, what is in the box.
I like this. So this is all going to take, so I'm taking this with me. Oh, here, let me bring this up. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit here because I was so excited. But just quick too. So tonight, right after our show, guys, please stay tuned to the network or jump over to Pac-Man Paranormal and make sure you check out the Pac-Man Paranormal Live. And they're going to have the Paragypsy, what's her name? Christy Ayers? Ayers? I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, but I'm so excited for that too. So make sure everyone go right from here at 9 o'clock, jump right over to Pac-Man Paranormal. Don't miss that show.
Yeah.
So the reason we decided that we were going to do this experiment now was because Get Haunted has Trifecta Experience coming up May 25th and 26th. This is a 2-day event, and this is going to have all aspects of paranormal. This is going to have your UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, you name it, paranormal is going to be involved in this weekend. 2-day event, right? Day 1 is going to be focused more on UFOs and a little bit of a paranormal investigation. We've going to be going to Pine Bush UFO Museum for a tour, and then some CE5 sky watching. And then the next day is the Bigfoot hike with Ronnie LeBlanc. And then there's going to be some workshops. And then there's going to be another investigation at the Shanley Hotel. So our home base for this whole event, right, is going to be the Shanley Hotel. Haunted location, right? So we figured, what kind of experiment could we work in that would work with the Shanley?
Yeah.
So we were like, okay. And then Deedee was like, well, if I curate a box, and then I was like, I'll take it with me. I'll set it up somewhere in the Shanley. So then this way you have multiple ways to tap into it. So not only can you use the tools that Deedee is going to, we can go over the dream thing again then too. So you can use your dreams as a tool to tap into this box. You can use remote viewing to tap into this box, but you can also, if you want to try to tap into the Shanley itself and ask the spirits to help you try to figure out what's in there, because spirits are all energy, right? Who's to say they can't figure out what's in this box for us, right?
Yeah.
So use that. People that will be there, they can use equipment, but you know what? Why can't the people at home use it as well, right? Sure. When you know where it's going to be at, so maybe focus on the location. I'll take a picture and I'll do a quick video clip of like the area that it's in, and I'll make sure that we get that posted up. But so why couldn't you, even with your own equipment at home, focus on where it's going to be, what it is? And you could use dowsing rods. You could use a spirit box even in your own home to try to connect, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if spirits are energy, why do you have to be in the same location as them, right?
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how outside of the box people can get with this to figure out what's inside the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And then like, I think Stacey was saying, am I not supposed to say anything? Yeah. So don't like post out there to everybody what you're getting. Everybody should either send either their dreams or the information they got, their best guess, the psychic read. Because like if you're a psychic, maybe you can tap in that way. Send it to myself or Dani.
Yes.
So that we can collect it. So you have that, that you got whatever it is. And then we're going to unbox it on our next episode, right?
Yes.
So everybody will get to see it. And as Dani gets to see it.
I know. I'm excited. I'm not even going to get to see what's in this until our next show. This is talk about an exercise in patience. I don't have any. So, but no, this is going to be great. So when you reach out to us, please let us know what method you tried, what you got from it. If you use multiple things and you got multiple answers, let us know. And honestly, I think if someone wants to be on the show, if they have they really feel like they tapped in, I don't know, maybe we should have someone on, if they really want to be on, they can come on to experience the unboxing with us and tell us what they saw.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Oh, Adam's here. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
So as far as dreams, if you want to try dreams, they can start now, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the first experiment that I think everyone should try, and you've got basically 2 weeks to work on it. Each night, set the intention. I'm going to, in my dream, ask Deedee what's in the box. It's that simple, just make the intention. You're going to meet me on that dream plane and talk to me and ask me just about the box.
So we're going to set the intention that in our dreams, we're going to connect with you and we're going to ask you what's in the box.
Yeah.
And then in the dream, you'll tell us.
Yeah. And maybe like I saw Stacy say the other day, maybe he won't appear as himself. So even if it's somebody else that's talking to you, the information could still be still go with that. If you're asking a question or somebody's coming to you talking about a box, I would definitely take notice of that dream, regardless of what else is going on. If there's any mention of a box or anything that, just feels like it fits, write it all out, because you got nothing to lose by writing it out. It's just a dream. So,
And this is an exercise. There's no really don't be worried about getting it wrong, right? Just whatever comes to you, write it down. Yeah. And I think a lot of times, and I know we say this, and I know I harp on it a lot, it's usually the first thing that comes to you. So don't second guess yourself. Even if it sounds crazy, just go with it, because it could be right. Or it could be very related, right? In some weird way. So
yeah, the way it is that and I have to be careful not to say anything, but you could be having like a dream or a reading or whatever it is, just picking up on a vibe that makes you think this or that. And it may seem strange and like it doesn't fit in a box, but it may be relevant to what's in the box. So don't just think that what you have to dream or visualize has to fit in a box, because the way I've curated it,
that could be involved as well.
Yeah. So don't dismiss anything.
Okay. Well, okay, that makes sense, because the first time we did a dream experiment, people actually had dreams of basically walking through your place, right? And it wasn't necessarily everything that was on the table, but they were picking up on things that would have been around the table as well.
Right. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. People actually were able to picture items in the house, and which was really strange, and then everybody seemed to, not only did they connect maybe with the experiment, just the experiment itself, but they seemed to have very similar experiences. And it wasn't necessarily what was in the box, but it told a story. Basically Anime wanted a green car, and it was such a strange way that it came about. It was amazing. So I'm excited just to see what people get collectively, and does it tell a story about the box, He's got to put in his 2 cents.
Yeah. He does. So I saw Stacy here. What is he saying? Says, I see 2 different things. How do we know which one is Dani's? Well, I guess we're kind of not going to know, right? Until the unboxing. Really?
I don't get the question. How will we know which one is Dani's? What does that mean?
So are you saying that you're picking up on something, but you're not sure if it's something that's mine or something that's in the box? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
I think that's how I read it. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Well, you won't know until we unbox it. None of us
are going to know until our next show, which, I don't have my calendar with me, but so it will be, when did we say the next show is going to be? June.
I want to say the 9th, or
it'll be the beginning of June, right? Yes.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now, we'll be unboxing. So Adam, I have a question for you, dear sir. Are you going to be at the Shanley for the trifecta at all? Because you'll get to see the box in person, which will make anything that you try to tap into a little bit more interesting, because you're going to be in the physical proximity of it if you're going to be there. So
I love what he said. He says he dreamt that he lost it, or he dreamt of his lost ring and found it by the dream.
No way.
That's cool.
Okay, that is pretty cool. I like that.
Did you set an intention to do that, or was it just happened to come up because it was on your mind?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, for real. So have you ever, and this isn't dreams, but have you ever, you cannot find an item that you lost. So you're okay. And you kind of give up, and you're universe or guides or whatever you believe in, right? You're help me find it. And then all of a sudden you just know, you either have a picture or you just know exactly where to go, and then poof, it's there.
Yeah. I also have the thing where I can't find something, say my brush or my keys, and I'll look everywhere. I can't find it. And then I'll walk in a room and it'll be right there in plain sight.
Are you kidding me? So like,
Yeah.
like it wouldn't have been there before. You wouldn't have noticed it. And then you walk
I
back
didn't
in.
see it. I was talking about it to my husband. I'm like, is that like, something where, like people can hallucinate something there that's not? Can you actually not see something that's there? Like reversing, like not seeing something?
Oh,
Because it's just strange. And it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes, and my brush lately was one. My brush was sitting on my desk, I guess. And I looked through everything. I looked on my desk several times. I sent my son to go look for it. Couldn't find it. I gave up, found a comb. And then I walked in my office and my brush was sitting right there on my desk.
get the heck out. You know what though, too? Like sometimes I feel like that's like a paranormal supernatural thing though, too, because like things, I'm a firm believer in things like appearing and disappearing, and it like it's happened to me anyway, or I swear it's happened to me. I don't know for sure, but yeah, like you put keys down and you could have sworn, like you said, like you had a brush that was on the table.
Yeah.
But it wasn't there before, right? So
right. It's like, why did I not see that? And
so
my son didn't see it either. So I had like a second person who didn't see it.
Okay, so if it was just you, like just for some reason just not seeing it, like you're not allowing yourself to see it, but then when your son would have still seen it, I would think, right?
Yeah, because he's really good at finding things. That's why I was like, I can't find this or that, and he'll like go and find it for me.
Nobody finds it for you. Oh, what is this? Yeah, don't say, Ernie, how do you know already? Oh, Adam, you won't be at the Shanley. Hold on, what is he saying? But you'll be in New Egypt. Ooh. Oh, you have to come in October. Yes.
So that was the one I was watching. I was listening to it. I was driving home from a doctor's appointment and they were talking about New Egypt, right? Wasn't he there?
Yes. Yeah, Adam, you were at the last New Egypt one, right? I believe
he had some interesting stories. I can't remember what they were now, but I remember listening to him talk and they were interesting stories of experiences that they had there.
Place. And I would love for us to be able to do some kind of experiment with that place too, because there seems like there's something in the basement there that like, legitimately, like you can feel it when you walk down there. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Best he was
ever seen. Yeah, just the way everybody seemed to have an experience. It sounded really interesting.
Heck yeah. Definitely, Ernie, definitely try it.
Okay.
Yeah. So May 25th and 26th, this bad boy will be sitting in the Shanley Hotel, and we will make sure that we have posted up where it's at and, the situation that it's in, and use your dreams, use tarot, use remote viewing, use your own paranormal instruments, however you want to tap in, and then you need to let us know how you did it, what you saw, and then you need to tune into the next show for the unboxing.
Yeah, and try not to share with like online, because then it might influence somebody else thinking that they see something. Like it should be very like self figuring out. Yeah.
I'm gonna try the dream thing for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely try the dream thing.
People 2 weeks to try that. And I love, like I said, I love the idea of people coming and meeting me in the dream plane, asking me. I think that's
true. And then you have to let us know, like, if you dreamt of anybody coming to you, because that'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be keeping a journal for the 2 weeks and my experiences.
With doing stuff like that, you can even use that as like you can use your dreams as a paranormal tool for investigating them too, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, tapping in that way, if you would tap in. So have you, like, I swear I've asked you this before. Have you've tapped into locations prior to going to them, or like?
Yeah. Yeah, the two, the Bela Lugosi mirror, and then the last investigation I went on, both times, Richie B went live today from a Paracon. They were selling some cool stuff. Oh, was he at a different Paracon?
I think he was. He may have been. Did Hearts of Paul? I cannot remember which one else. There was another one today too, and I can't remember which one it was. But I think I saw some pictures actually that he posted.
Oh wow, I'll have to go look. I saw an advertisement for the OC Paracon. It's coming out by me in Orange County in California. So that's happening. I think that's October.
That's a big one, isn't it? That's pretty decent.
It's fairly new. They've had it. I went to it may have been their first one or the second one I went to. And then the one they were going to have after that got canceled for some reason. And now I just saw that they were advertising. This one looks like it might be a little bigger. They're not going to have vendor tables. It's just going to be all speakers. So
I don't know. I wish I could tell you, man. I wish I could tell you. Yeah, but I'm excited because I want to do this like when I'm not distracted. Because this weekend with the Paracon and stuff, I didn't have the time to like just sit and tap in. But I am going to, and I think I'm gonna try to record myself doing it too, just to like so that we have video proof that I did do this and what the cards are. Right. Sit and like pick cards and see if I can figure out through tarot, which is something I've not actually done with tarot, like with something that's right in front of me. It's it's almost like a psychometry via tarot, right?
Yeah. No, I love that idea.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works, because I mean, you can even use it, like we're trying, like this is a paranormal experiment. So you can use tarot as a paranormal tool, like whatever the card says, you can like use the symbolism from the card to try to like pull answers or direct you through something. So we're going to see if I can or cannot. And
yeah. Well, and even I think you will be able to get some information that way. I really do.
I hope so. I'm going to set the intention that I will, and then we'll go with that. But
it's just if anybody gets anything right, you send it to us. I'm not going to say anything to anybody until the unboxing.
So we can't even like try to like sneak clues or anything. Like no clues, no nothing.
Definitely no clues. No.
That's tough. Okay.
Well, it's got to be a pure experiment.
I know. This just makes it even more exciting because literally you're the only one that knows what's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I was telling my husband, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Did you want to participate in this? And he was like, it's fine. So I was like, okay, so you're the one other person on this planet that knows what's in the box.
Oh, well, I mean, he can. I guess he can't really participate then, right? Because he knows what's in it. But yeah. But I mean, if he wants to tap into the Shanley or whatever and like see what's there, I don't know. But I was trying to think of other ways that you can use tarot for investigations, since this is going to be a thing that's done in a paranormal hotspot. I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, anyone who's been to Shanley knows that there are some pretty active nights. Obviously, you can't guarantee anything anywhere, but I've not had an experience there yet where I walked away thinking that there wasn't something. You know what I mean? Like there's always been something in this location. Yeah. So I do want to bring my tarot deck with me there and see like what different ways I can use. I don't know. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull to see if I can pick out what the spirit is that I'm interacting with and see if I can't get something that way. And then maybe, so like if you would ever use tarot cards in an investigation, if you would set up like a voice recorder or a spirit box along with it, because then you might be able to get real-time validation for whatever you're pulling on the cards.
Yeah.
You also maybe use the cards to help direct you in where you should be going or what questions you should be asking. I just think it's one of those tools that I feel like I underuse, right? Because it's something I love to play with, right? For the daily cards for everybody, for my personal use, if I have questions on something, but then I never take them on an investigation and like actually use them. So we're going to start doing
it. And I really think you should. I know that it works. That's all I'm going to say. And it's amazing. And I can't wait till the 25th or I guess the 8th or whenever it is we're going to open the box.
I know. Does anyone speaking of, does anyone have any questions as far as, how they should do their dreams? Or have you had any dreams lately where you have any questions on them?
Yeah.
Because
and while you guys, and if anybody wants cards too, you can pull cards for them. And I could share something with you about dreams. Like a lot of people, when you have somebody who's passed away, and they come to you in dreams, right? And a lot of us have like dream guides. Some people would call them spirit guides. I like to call them dream guides. They're just characters or people that, appear in your dreams often. And they usually give you wisdom or guidance, right? So it's not just like they're there. They're always there to give you wisdom or guidance. So I'm sure most of everybody knows that my best friend died. I guess it's been about a month now. And so I've had dreams about her constantly for a while now. And then they stopped for, I want to say, about a week. And then last night I had a dream about her, only she stepped in the position as my dream guide, which was, whether it's her or not, is a beautiful thing for me, because I have my friend there with me, and she was actually telling me something that I needed to know. Like, because she was a little bit older than me, so she was always kind of like my big sister who would guide me, because I was always like doing stuff. And so she was, since we were kids, we've been friends. So she always would direct me in the right, push me in the right direction, do better, be better, don't be foolish. And so she came to me last night in a dream and gave me some information that I needed to hear. And so it's cool to think, and I've had a few things happen. I had, in my bed, I found a penny, right? Which isn't the weirdest thing in the world, but it is kind of weird because I keep my purse on a hook. Usually my change is in my car because it's like from fast food or something, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a little thing in my car. It's just changed.
But there was, when I opened the covers to remake the bed after overnight, there was a penny in there. And I was like, well, that's odd. I'm all my 55 years, I've never found a penny in my bed. So it was weird. And so I looked it up. It said pennies from heaven. I was like, okay, I love that. That's cool. The next day I had already made the bed, and on top of my comforter was a quarter just sitting there. Well, I was the only one home. I did not put a quarter there. I did not put my purse on the bed. Nothing like that. There was a quarter there. I flipped it over to look at it, and it looked like Hawaii, but it was actually some other island. But my friend wanted to live in Hawaii, and one of her children lives in Hawaii. And so I felt like it was her telling me the penny was, I'm okay. And the quarter with the Hawaiian-ish looking person was saying, I'm in Hawaii. And then the next couple of days, we've had a hummingbird that kept coming to our back door and was flying. My patio is like cement. My house is stucco, and I have one plant on the patio that doesn't have flowers. And the hummingbird kept just hovering in front of the patio door. Cat was going crazy. And for 2 days in a row, it was just sitting there hovering. And I'm just sitting there looking at it. You keep expecting it to fly away, and it wasn't. I even got up, walked up to the door, wish I had my phone. It didn't, because I was like bewildered by it. And then it just looked at me, and then it flew away and it didn't come back. So I looked that up, and the hummingbird is also a symbol. And then I had the dream with her in it as my dream guide.
I would say that's her, because too.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, well, because here's the thing too. Hummingbirds are like, they're attracted to flowers. If there's no real flowering anything, why would it keep hovering there?
I don't know.
And then it disappeared after it had its moment with you, right?
Yeah.
So I would feel like that's a sign that's just like, hey, I'm here. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much.
I know.
That's such a beautiful thing. So
I'd say, if you have a loved one that's, passed on, ask them to step in as a dream guide. If it's somebody that is somebody who gave you guidance in life.
Yeah. Kristen
saying, I had my grandparents in my dream at their house a few times while I'm dreaming. I know I'm dreaming. They both passed away. I wake up feeling all kinds of emotions. Yeah.
I genuinely feel like that's connecting with your loved ones especially if it feels real, or you feel like there was some kind of emotional connection.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like that's a thing.
I do too.
I'm gonna pull a card for Stacy. So Chris Mack was asking how Penhurst was. Penhurst was phenomenal. It was an amazing turnout. We had lots of people that came past the Get Haunted table. It was lots of fun. Okay. I need another card here. Stacy, I'm just going to throw this out there. I want to ask, are you fighting yourself on something? All right. So there's some sort of a struggle, or you're holding yourself back, but it's okay. So you've got, is that 8? 8 of Swords. Right. So with this one, when you look at it, this is somebody who's bound and blinded. And I don't know if you can see, but there are actually no swords actually behind them or in front of them. It's just all around them, right? So there's this sensation of a blockade and like being restricted. But the thing is, this is more of like you're not really as bound as you feel. Like the bindings here aren't very super tight. It's almost like you're holding on to them yourself. And there is a path, and it's almost, the water almost kind of leads this path to a castle in the background. So this is one of those things where it's like, if you can acknowledge whatever you're struggling with, right? So if you're holding yourself back because you're working through something that you're not sure which direction you should go due to like an emotional or ethics kind of a back and forth in your own mind, it's working through that will release you from the hold that you have going on right now. Like if you're feeling suffocated or if you're feeling blockaded. And so if you're coming out of that, you're definitely coming into a time of balance. With Temperance, there is this, they've got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot outside on land. So like there's this balance of like heaven and earth, spirit and the physical realm. So you're going to find some balance. There's going to be some spiritual guidance that comes with that. And for Stacy, I don't know. I feel like for you, I feel like maybe your dead might be helping you through something, because I feel like you always say that you're talking with them. So I feel like you have a really good back and forth with them. And this is going to, whatever you're working through right now, you're going to get a new mindset from it. You're going to get a new path forward, or like some new idea is going to pop in out of nowhere, which is going to help you find that balance and help you get past whatever this struggle is that you're going through for this particular moment. So I don't know if that makes any sense at all, Stacy, but that's what I got for you, dear. As always, yeah, I feel that too. But yeah, does anyone else have any won any cards or have any dream questions? I wish I would have wrote. Okay, so I do have a dream question about, so when you dream about a building and you've dreamed about the same building multiple times, right? But like it kind of morphs into the different, what does a building represent in a dream?
Okay, well, buildings are like, it depends on what kind of building it is, right? Is it an apartment building or is it a business? Is it a shopping mall?
Ooh.
And you said it morphed into something else. So
yeah, like between dreams. Like it's the same building from another dream I had, right? But like this time it was a little bit more, I want to say, dilapidated and cluttered with random. So it was like this building that was almost like a mansion. It has like this almost this feel of like the Shanley Hotel, but it's not the Shanley Hotel. It just has that vibe about it. And it has multiple levels. So there's like 3 or 4 levels to it, right? And for some reason, like in the first dream, I don't remember where exactly I was in it. But this last dream I had, I was in it with a bunch of just random people and a lot of them I normally wouldn't be with. Like my parents were there. One person kept materializing and dematerializing. And then I was trying to help somebody come with me to the 4th floor. But like there were all these like areas where like the floor was really soft or there were holes or the stairs weren't sturdy. So it was like I could maneuver them, but to get this other person, I was having a hard time trying to maneuver this other person with me. So it's just like I had to get to this one room though, right? So when I got to the room, there was all these like mannequins like propped up in weird, like I was just like, why are there mannequins in this room? It was never a place that had any kind of a storefront or anything. So there was no reason for mannequins to be there, but like just a lot of random stuff this time in the building. And like, it was a little dilapidated. So I'm like, all right, same building, different scenario. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Okay. So the whole point was that you were trying to get to the 4th floor. So you have to decide, what does the 4th floor represent to you?
Okay.
It's like, so 4, it could be like numerology, or it could be like, this is, the 4th time you've made an attempt at something or something like that. Okay. So you got to decide what the 4th floor represents to you. And then you're trying to help somebody. That's probably an aspect of yourself that you're trying to help, unless you know in your waking life that you're trying to help another. And then the room, when you get in the room, so you're trying to get to a room, which you do get to, but you don't understand it. There's
I don't understand what's going on in the room. Yeah.
So whatever it is that the four or the fourth floor represents to you. And see, it sounds like it's a house. So it could just be like you've gone through, it's like a future type of thing. You're leveling up. You'd have to really, like, I'd look up the number 4 and see if that means anything, or really reflect on what that means. Or I suppose but it's just the way you said it. It was very, like you didn't talk about, but you said you don't know what level you were on, but then you're like, oh, it was the 4th floor. I'm trying to. It's important because it's something that stuck out to you to remember.
Yeah, it's just so weird. And it's funny because like certain people never left the 1st floor. And then it's like, it is almost like a maybe
stages of life.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Is.
Especially for the people who stayed on the 1st floor in the dream that I normally wouldn't be around. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like they were not leaving that floor at all. The one person that kept materializing and dematerializing, like they were all over the place. Like, I don't even know. Like, it was just, I was like, okay. In the dream, I wasn't worried about it. But like when I woke up, I'm like, why would I not be freaked out that someone's just popping in and out of like different areas in a building? But yeah.
That's interesting. So maybe if that's an aspect of you, there's times when you're present for stuff, and then there's other times where it gets a certain way, and then you pull back, or you won't be present in that situation, and it kind of does sound like so sense. Then the people that you left behind on certain levels, because it represents different stages of your life.
Oh, I'm going to sit with that one because I still remember parts of that one pretty good too. So
so you'd have to decide what parts, when did this other person dematerialize and what was going on?
Oh, you know what? I do need to sit with that. You're right. Because for parts of that, I was trying to get somebody through. Okay. Yep. That's with that one. What is this right here? Okay. So this says, why does everyone in my dreams have faces I do not recognize? Oh, that's actually a good question.
I tend to dream of strangers as well. And so strangers, when they're just people you don't know, they're just different, probably aspects of yourself, or each one could represent different like things that you've experienced throughout the day. But if they're just like people and you don't really interact with them, or there's nothing special about them, then it could just be like all the things that are going on throughout the day. It's the ones that like stand out to you, that you interact with, that probably are representing some aspect of yourself or something that happened during the day. But that's not uncommon. I do that. It's very rare for me to dream of somebody I know. I tend to dream of just all strangers. So, and I've always wondered if that means that I'm kind of disconnected from others. I do tend to be kind of like reserved and not, like some people are very like friendly, and I'm not saying I'm not unfriendly, but that I'm more reserved, if that makes sense. So I'm cautious. So it could be that it feels safe to dream about strangers rather than people I know. Just a thought that I've had for myself. So I don't know if that means something,
Oh, I like that though. But that's interesting. I don't know. I want to start paying attention, because I don't know if I've ever. A lot of times when I do remember my dreams is probably because it's like, oh, I remember so-and-so from my dreams. So I'm going to set the intention to like really remember things now, because I want to see if I dream about people I don't actually recognize.
Because I mean, I will recognize the fact that I don't know these people from any place other than my dream. So I'll have repetitive dream strangers that I don't know, but I don't know them in real life, but they are repetitive in my dreams.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? I don't know what that says about me. But I've heard that from lots of people, so it's not uncommon.
Let's see. We are going to pull a card really quick for Big Daddy Andy. And then, so there's a couple of people who were talking about dreams, which I'm really excited that people are starting to chime in. Let's see. So this is for Big Daddy Andy. Oh, okay. You had cards jump. Okay. So feel like, hold on. I need a clarifying card here. Okay, so you have the star, which for me, that's like a guiding light, right? So this is either going to be I feel like this might be more of an energetic thing, but this could also be a person in your life too. If there's something that you're feeling very drawn to lately, or someone who's trying to maybe guide you in a certain direction, this is somebody who this is an energy that's trying to kind of push you on a path so that you can really go for your dream. So with this card, when it first jumped, it also jumped with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is about, there's like a butterfly in there, there's a cherub. So this is like fresh, new, transformative, almost like this nurturing, mothering, kind of like these are those thought processes that are going to kind of help you mature into something or to move forward in a path with a lot more stability in your thoughts. So this is going to be a very like a nurturing path, right? I don't know if that's making any sense, but this is also going to spark some brand new passions in your life. So Andy, like you've been doing some traveling lately and stuff. Is this maybe something that you want to keep doing? And if so, maybe look for some signs because you're going to be guided. Where are we? No, guided into finding a way to do more of that, more of what you love. And you're just in a time of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a transformative energy that's going to help you realign to a path that's going to help you connect with like a dream thing that you've always wanted to do. And it sounds really big. That's what I'm getting. So Andy, let me know if any of that clicks with anything that you've been doing lately. And if not, I will pull other cards for you. But I really feel like just start looking to the signs because things are going to start showing themselves for how you can start moving more directly down the path to what you actually want in your life.
There was a dream. I can't pop anything up because I'm on my laptop because my computer's being weird. But there's
Okay.
So this is interesting because it's a dream from being 2 years old. So the idea that a 2-year-old is having this sort of a dream, that's a lot for a 2-year-old. So I almost feel like this was something that you had seen as a child, like maybe you were being carried by somebody and it's not coming through that way in the dream that you're entering the room, but maybe it's just partial memory and an interpretation of how you saw something, like a huge black sphere. You have to decide, what does that mean to you? It's void. It says void of any light. So it's just something that, so you have to decide, what does that huge black sphere mean to you? But again, I get stuck on the 2-year-old thing because as an adult, what you think of this versus a 2-year-old is going to be so different. And then the giant face rushing at you, squishing you into an invisible wall. I mean, could that be somebody like a parent or somebody, a caretaker, putting you into the car seat? Like, I just kind of get that as a 2-year-old. As an adult having this kind of a dream, I would say, what is something that seems to be void of? Is it emotions? Is it hope? Like, what does that black sphere represent to you that's like, crushing you into an invisible wall that you feel like trapped? Because that's kind of how I get like the vibe that it's a feeling of being trapped or hopeless. So
oh, wow.
I don't know. I hope that helps, gives you something to think about when you're like reinterpreting that dream.
That's what, like, repetitive dreams, that always intrigues me because I know I had one for years that it was almost the exact same thing every time I dreamt it. And then out of nowhere, it just stopped.
Well, and like I've said before with repetitive dreams, my theory is that the first time you had the dream, there was something going on. And every time you have that feeling that was created, the first time you had that dream, you're now having that emotional experience again. And that is your go-to dream to let you know that you're having this experience. So like trauma, if you had a traumatic experience when you were younger and you start having a dream, and then every time you feel that level of trauma, you're going to have that dream. It's your mind trying to sort it out or letting you know we're at the limit. We're going back down this path of the way we're feeling.
It makes sense. It's like a trigger kind of a thing. Like here,
a trigger. Yeah, thank you. That was a long way of saying it's a trigger dream.
So Carmen's saying, I get repeat dreams that do not do not complete. They stop in the middle. So like she'll start the same dream and then boop, it just like drops off.
I think that's either because something outside wakes you up and you don't get to finish it, or that you've learned what you need to know so far and your mind, because I've had that too, where I had one about a green Victorian house that went on for years. And so it would drop me off at a certain point. And if you really look at your dreams, I've noticed that I just realized the other night that there's some people that I know and I always see them in a cave. And I did never put that together until I just had a dream about them the other night. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's the same situation. So we're having way more repetition in our dreams than we even realize. It's only if you're recording it and keeping track of it, you'll figure it out. So it's not like we have way more repetitive dreams than we think. But that's normal. You've learned what you need to know for now, or something outside woke you up, like an alarm or a cat or a dog, you know.
That's why journaling, dream journals are way more important than I think any of us really realize, because
yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Let's see. Did Stacy has a question. He has a question here.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a dream once about that. Everybody knows it was the something. I was like 18. I was meditating, I was praying, and something came out of the sky and landed on me, and it was trying to suck the air out of me and was holding me down. And for me, I kept trying to say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and it kept making me say, I rebuke you in the name of Satan.
Yes,
me out. And then finally I just spelled out the letters JES. And some people don't believe in religion, some people do. That's just what I did, and it worked. And so for me, it meant that I needed to own my own power. That symbolism for me, I don't think that I was being attacked by an entity, but it sure felt like it. You know, I was having dream paralysis, sleep paralysis. But it had a meaning for me. So I think that when someone's having that experience, they need to try to interpret it rather than say, you know, be sure that you're being attacked by an entity. I think you need to look at what do you feel threatened by, you know, and see if that you can work it out before you jump to, you know, an actual physical attack from a being. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying in my case, I don't think that's what it was.
Say it, Kaylee. I'm going to pull a card for Kaylee. Oh, Damien was saying with their dream, it's never changed, and they're 42 now.
So yeah. So decide, you need to go. I would start documenting that dream and see if you can remember other things about the dream, kind of meditate on it, write down your emotions, write down what you think that the black spear represents, because it represents something to you.
Ooh, Kaylee. Okay, so Kaylee, you pulled two really good cards. So the strength card, right? And this is all about tapping into you. Everyone's got that inner powerhouse, right? That inner spot where you're just the confidence starts flowing. You're finally connected to who you are, your center. So you're coming into that right now, and own that shit, Kaylee. Own it. Because this is you're going to come into that power time where like everything you need is going to be at your disposal, or you already have, like it's there, or you've collected things over time and you're finally going to realize, oh, this is why I got this, or this is why this situation happened. Like things are going to start falling into place with you. So the magician is all about just anything that you want, you can manifest it. Now, whether that's because of things that you've already collected over time or things that are just going to flow to you from this point forward, but you're coming into this amazing time of feeling empowered and being able to manifest. So I would start using that energy to your advantage there. Like if there was some dream aspect that you wanted to go for, like start really trying to tap into it, because your energy is starting to flow in that direction. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah.
Can you hear my air conditioner?
I cannot, but mine's also running. So.
Okay. I really want to make it. So that's interesting. He said he found a hand-drawn picture a few years ago from someone who drew the same face, a person.
Oh.
Is that somebody in your home or just like a stranger? It's really interesting.
That is. Oh, Chris Mack, and I hope you had the best time with them. That's amazing. All right. Well, we are coming up almost on our hour, so let's just quick remind everybody.
Online. Oh.
Oh, online.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That's interesting.
So we have an experiment. What is in this box? You guys can use dreams. You can use remote viewing. You can use any tool at your disposal to try to figure out what's in here. And I'm going to be taking this box with me to the Shanley on May 25th and 26th. So be on the lookout to find out where I place it. And any which way that you get your information, let us know what you did, what you received. And also starting now, you can use your dreams to try to tap into this. So Deedee, you want to run them through what you said for the dreams one more time?
Yeah. So if starting tonight, if you want to set a dream intention that you want to talk to me and just ask me what is in the box and see if I tell you. And like I said, if you get it, maybe it's somebody else, not me, but somebody's telling you what's in the box or talking about a box or just anything that sounds like somebody's giving you information, definitely document it and send it because it could be relevant, you know, and then I will document whether or not for the next 2 weeks, I feel like somebody is contacting me because the last dream experiment we did, I had a weird dream about one of the participants. And so it's just like, I feel like it's very connected and we may be able to connect that way. And you might be able to find, I might tell you what's in the box. Because I will, if you ask me in a dream, I will tell you.
I hope I get to connect, and I hope you tell me because I really want to know. But everybody on the side, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and I hope that you take us up on this experiment and join us in trying to figure things out. And make sure you jump over and watch Pac-Man Paranormal. They are coming up next in like a minute, so please go check them out. Deedee, as always, thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight and doing this. And
thank you.
All right, everyone. Having a lovely rest of your evening.
Bye.